Oh, that bridge looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was so badly bellied.
So what have you put on it?
So it's Alexa 11 nanowebs.
Right.
And I did change your bridge pins as well because they were quite like one or two were plastic, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. And
it was how I got it. I didn't do anything.
Severe belly.
Yeah.
That was really hard to do because people used to like put bridge doctors. I don't know if you've seen them as well.
No.
It's got like a wood that you have to attach to your end block tail piece to pull that bridge. So you have to drill from this end and screw it and then tighten it so that you will pull somehow. So this would restrict the top because I mean this top should be vibrating on its own without any hassle. So I mean I thought that this was just a finished crack, but when I dropped something in, it just appeared underneath.
It had separated,
so
but I thought it had been glued.
I thought if you've got a brace here that works nicely. However, we still need to address this because you know it will give in at some point.
Yeah.
And of course you know about this fingerboard crack.
Yeah.
This one, no, don't really be bothered about this because I've tested this and it's quite really clean.
Yeah.
So I did drop like a few lacquer on the bare wood because I know with your steel what do you call this? Finger picks. It would eat. I mean, it was just a thin shellac actually.
Yeah, that wasn't me that did that. The guy before did that. Normally I could play without these.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, you just have to preserve it the way it is. I mean, the back really looks good. As I said in the video, I mean, the frets were on the low side, but it still is working really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the fingerboard is not really massively eaten away.
No.
We do have this bent still, but
that's right.
that can be, you know, fixed in the future, but then, you know, it's a bit tricky because these are vintage ones. You can't really just replace them one by one. You have to replace.
The guy that I bought it off gave me a set of replacements, you know, but
the original ones.
I haven't done anything with them. I've just got them somewhere.
So, yeah, that's right. And you know, these Eller bags, it's got a microphone pickup and an under saddle. Yeah. So I've like I said, I emphasized in the video that this under saddle piezo pickup should go underneath the saddle supposedly. But if you like the sound, how it sounds,
where was
it?
Because.
But if you like the sound as it is, we're not really gonna be touching.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, I've never had one of these before. And so I don't really know how good it could sound. I know it doesn't sound at all bad. I've played live, you know, and it didn't sound bad, but I don't really know anything about that. So really my question is whether by doing it, if I understand you right, the proper way.
Yeah, the proper way.
Whether that would make it sound better or not.
Yeah,
because
it will.
I'm all about the sound, you know, sort of thing.
It will sound better because we need to take this off.
Yeah.
Put a proper plug. So if you put like a proper plug in this one, this would become as one. So if you put it like this, it may sound okay, but if you put it like glue it together, this would sound as one. Yeah. It's got good energy transfer. Yeah. And like I said, it should sit underneath this saddle here.
Well, this was an adjustable one, as you know.
Was.
And the guy, when I had that fitted, the two screws there, which I've got somewhere, he took those out and sort of put it like it is. I'm not totally happy with how it is anyway.
So there's like a huge bolt sitting underneath this, which is slightly restricting your plate. But you know, that can be done in the future. You know. But you know, we have to address. To be honest, we're just keen on addressing the issue.
Yeah, the issue.
Just leave it as it is for now.
Yeah.
And if, you know, if there's a sound difference, I don't know.
Good.
You could only tell.
Yeah. Well, I'm not very good at listening to my own play, and that's the thing. Sorry, I'm just looking at a bird.
Oh, he's nesting.
Yeah. Anyway, Neil, absolutely lovely. Kind of offset, split, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was, my understanding of looking at the reason it's called a Bard. What is it? FD112, I think it is.
Yeah. And is this the original case that it came with?
No, that's the same case as that other one that I brought you the other day was in. The Gibson made one that's pretty much identical to that, and that was a
70s.
A B in the 60s.
In the 60s,
and that was called a B2512. That was the Gibson one.
I mean, this is quite interesting, really. And I don't know what's going on with the braces inside, so we'll have a look. But yeah, I agree with you that the bridge is really on the larger side.
Yeah, but if you look at the originals, they were about that size.
About that size.
Yeah.
All right.
It could even be an original one that's been adopted. I don't know.
Well, we'll have a look. But
the guitar sounds good.
So now on the table we've got a 12-string Epiphone Kalamazoo, Michigan from the 60s. I believe that's what Dave said. So massively sunken hole there due to bracing problems and humidity problems, of course. Well, tension problems as well. Well, very good condition for its age. A couple of lacquer checking and stuff. So we're trying to measure how much the sound hole has sunken. So this is not very accurate, but at least we've got a baseline. So this has a slight belly also. So we're just checking the string height before we even do anything. It's got a pretty good action anyways. So it's really handy if you got like baseline numbers to compare. Here I have tried another way of somehow getting a baseline. And of course it's quite expected that this bridge is tilting forward. Now I'm not really quite sure if it has deformed the bridge at some point, because when the top caves in or when the top is deformed, this sometimes or most of the time the bridge also would take that form. So I'm not quite sure. We'll have a look. So a couple of cracks on the lower bout, and I think that lower bout crack there is not just a finished crack, but a proper crack. So I'm just taking some measurements on this bridge. I'm not quite sure what type of wood this is. It looks like a very hard wood though. I'm not quite sure if that was a rosewood variety or whatnot. So the rosewood plate is a new plate that has been changed already. As you can see, the crack there on the X brace. So that's the main culprit somehow, most likely. So a couple of braces here that has become loose as well, and you can see the label there. So I'm using this mini jack to fix the form, and I'm getting this ready so that I could put it in a bag and subject it to proper moisture. I haven't glued anything at this point. I just want the guitar to be in good shape so that it can go back to its proper form when it receives moisture. So I'm slowly working my way through using some cork as well. So here I'm slowly lifting it up. Fortunately, you can hear some lacquer checking, cracks in the lacquer when you're doing this, because the shape was already very bad, and as soon as you placed it back, I mean, the lacquer is just gonna crack, and I could really hear it. So just don't leave any cracks unattended. So we are on an ideal shape now. I slightly overcompensated because I'm sure if I take that support out, it will just cave in again. That's just how way it is. So there might be something wrong with the X brace itself. I'm not sure, so we'll find it out a few weeks from now. And onto this bag here, which will give it the proper moisture it needs. So we have to wait a few weeks, like I said, and I'll let you guys know. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.